sings our national anthem. Staples High School freshman. And introducing now the starting five for Westhill. Wearing number 20, junior Anthony Stevenson. Number 1, senior Kevin Rojas. Number 4, senior Kevin King. Number 14, senior Justin Marsal. And number 24, senior Taha Ismaili. The Vikings are coached by Roberto Nieves. And introducing now the starting five up for Staples. Wearing number 4, sophomore Austin Heyer. Number 23, sophomore Dylan Roman. Number 11, junior Mason Tobias. Number 35, junior Manny Corrigan. And number 1, senior Adam Udell. The Lakers are coached by Dave Goldsmith.
They could very well be in it. So again, like I was saying, this is a team that is kind of under the radar.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Staples, especially, they're playing without two of their top players, two captains, and that's Charlie Bowman and Sam Klackout. Charlie out with a sprained ankle, and Sam out with a wrist injury. They've both been out their past 2 games. And so I think this Vikings team can give them a little bit of trouble. And a renewed starting lineup here for the Staples Wreckers. It's Adam Udell, Austin Heyer, Mason Tobias, Dylan Lohman, and Maddie Corrigan. And for the Vikings, it's Captain Kevin Rojas. It is Justin Marcial, and the big center, Derek Fenyo, number 20, Anthony Stevenson, and to round it out, they got Kevin King, Anthony Stevenson, and Mason Tobias from tip. That tip is won by the Vikings. Kevin Rojas gets over the timeline, being guarded closely by Adam Udell. Gets it to Fenyo, or excuse me, that is Ismaili. Ismaili back with it on the right wing, guarded close by Mason Tobias. Inside to Rojas, back to Ismaili. Out to with a 3 from Stevenson. That's off the mark. Rebound by Adam Udell. Wreckers pushing quickly up to Maddie Corrigan, and they're going to call it travel on Maddie Corrigan there. Fast-paced basketball early from the Wreckers.
Yeah, I like that look from Adam, though. As you mentioned, fast-paced. They want to get in transition. That's a great part of this Staples Wreckers team. They love to do that.
No doubt about it. Unfortunate break there from the Wreckers as Kevin King has it. Gets it inside. The floater goes for Justin Marcial.
Yeah, that's a nice look. You want to get in the paint, especially this team that, they got 2 players that don't usually start.
Inside to Tobias. Tobias, and the charge is drawn by Ismaili. So the offensive foul there on the Wreckers, it'll go the other way.
Yeah, Tobias and Goldschul are unhappy about that call. But, I mean, we were talking to Mason. I think getting to Tobias down low is going to be a key part of their game plan.
No doubt about it, especially without Sam Klacko and Charlie Bowman, as here is King on the left wing, poked away by Corrigan for a moment. King gets blocked by Corrigan. Corrigan looking to push. Gets past half court, slows it down on the right wing, gets it inside to Mason Tobias looking to work in the post. Mason Tobias layup is off the mark, and Rojas will push now. Rojas gets it to Ismaili. Back out to Marcil. Marcil drives left, his layup is short. That rebound by Mason Tobias.
Yeah, it's pretty fast-paced, a lot of quick shots, but only 2 have not really been falling.
Both teams looking to get in transition, no doubt about it early. And a whistle. That'll be a foul off ball on the Vikings. That was Kevin King. So I think for both teams, they're definitely got similar game plans early. Push the ball, get it in transition.
Yeah, they want to attack the rim early on.
Adam Udell, the inbound here. Wide open three from the corners. Dylan Lohman, and he splashes that through.
I mean, Dylan Lohman doing what he does best, spot-up shooter.
Into the game is Abdul Konate for the Vikings. And here is Marcil back to, and outside is Rojas. Marcil once again drives left. That's poked away by Dylan Lohman and stolen. Here's Adam Udell on the fast break. In the corner, slows it down is Lohman. Back to Udell on the left wing. Pull up Jay from Udell. That's long, and the rebound there for the Vikings.
I think you're going to see Udell do that a lot. He loves to do that kind of jab step, pull up mid.
Seen it a lot, especially with Klacko out looking to score more as Udell. And inside Rojas, a good pass down low for Stevenson.
That's good ball movement from Westhill. That's what they want to do, get an early lead on the Staples Rutgers team.
Yep. Westhill now up 4-3 with 5.5 to go in this first period. There's Dylan Lohman on the top of key. Gets to Adam Udell down low. Tobias gets blocked by Ismaili, but gets it back. Back to Lohman. Adam Udell once again driving on Rojas. Rojas draws the charge. So that's the second charge on the Wreckers early.
Yeah, second charge like you mentioned. I mean, both these teams playing very fast-paced, and Udell looking to attack there, just kind of bump that shoulder. You can't really do that.
And just a little too aggressive for the Wreckers there, as here is Rojas, guarded close by Hire. Gets it to Konate. Konate with the spin move, and they're going to call, believe, a carry there on Konate. So another turnover there for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's, what, 3 or 4 turnovers
It's
already.
3 or 4 turnovers so far. It's been a bit of a sloppy game here, as the Vikings still with a 1-point lead, 4-3, just under 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Adam Udell looking to get something going offensively for the Wreckers. That's Lohman from way downtown. He gets it to go. So all 6 points for the Wreckers here come on Lohman threes. That'll be a timeout here by the Wreckers. 4:44 left to go in this first quarter.
I mean, with Sam Klacko out, that's going to be your shooter. You're going to get it to him. We saw, I think against Xavier, he had 7 threes. It was Ludlow. He had
5 or 6, yeah. So we know that Dylan Lohman can get going. He's a streaky shooter, and that's a good sight to see early on for the Wreckers. Struggling outside of that is them to get their offense going, but Dylan Lohman has bailed them out a little bit early in this game. And we saw it in the Danbury game. He struggled from 3, and they struggled offensively, so they're going to need him to keep this going. But if you're the Vikings, you know, you're playing well defensively, but what do you need to do offensively to get some more points on the board?
I mean, I think you need to attack the rim. I think, like we saw early on, they were with those quick passes, attacking the rim, getting to the rack.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. As Kevin Rojas has been quiet, their top guy, and right on cue there with a great floater off glass, left-handed.
Yeah, just they continuously attacking. I think they're a fast-paced team. They keep doing that. It's going to work well for them.
There's Adam Udell being guarded closely by Rojas. Adam Udell with a wild pass there inside to Tobias. Tobias gets it poked away, but pokes it back out to Lohman. Back to Udell. 15 on the shot clock. In the corner is Hire. Here's Matty Corrigan on the right wing. Right corner is Hire. Gets it down low. Tobias gets doubled. Finds Higher, 5 on the shot clock. Higher needs to get a shot off here. Struggling to fade away, wild shot, and that's an air ball. So a shot clock violation there for the Wreckers. Great defense from the Vikings.
Yeah, you don't really see that too often. That's great defense from Westhill, pressuring them, and I mean, this is a great start to the game.
Really is, especially for this Vikings defense. I mean, a 35-second shot clock, you do not see those shot clock violations that often in high school. As Kevin Rojas, and passing it around is the Vikings, as Ismaili has it. Now here is Konate. Konate looking to push on Higher, gets it out to Stevenson. Wild pass there is tipped and out of bounds on the Vikings, so it'll be Wreckers basketball.
Yeah, I like that defense, especially from Matty Corrigan. We know he's a good defensive player, and a lot of this Wrecker team feeds off their defensive play. We saw they get in transition, getting stops, forcing turnovers.
No doubt about it. And into the game is Zachary Evans for the Vikings. The Wreckers, Jack Jacob into the game. Here is Adam Udell looking for a screen from Jacob. Jacob gets it to Higher. Now Lohman, the Wreckers passing it around. And Adam Udell drives right. Pull-up J, that goes for the Wreckers.
That's another pull-up J for Adam Udell, getting to his spot.
Zachary Evans here working against Higher. Gets it to Rojas. Guarded by Matty Corrigan. Rojas, pull-up jumper, long two. That's off back iron. Rebounded by Jack Jacob. Here is Higher. Across the court to Adam Udell. Adam Udell inside. Good pass, good shot fake from Jack Jacob, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's a good move. I like Udell, seeing him down low. It's good ball movement from Staples.
Justin Marcial being guarded out wide by Dylan Lohman. Gets it out to Ismaili. Cutting with the jumper is Zachary Evans. A good look there from Ismaili.
Yeah, that was a tough shot, kind of fade away off to the left side, but able to go in.
Yeah, that is not an easy shot, as the Vikings now down two. Adam Udell quickly the other way, and his layup is off the mark. Kevin Rojas working on Adam Udell. Adam Udell strips it from behind, goes right to Dylan Lohman. Adam Udell passes it out to Matty Corrigan on the right wing. His three is short. Good look there, though, wide open, but he couldn't get it to go. Here's Zachary Evans with just under 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter. The three from Rojas is off the mark, rebounded by Adam Udell.
Yeah, that was a tough shot from Rojas. He's an undersized guy.
Looked a little rushed there.
Yeah.
Not the best shot for the Vikings. But here's Dylan Lohman. Matty Corrigan being guarded closely by Evans. Matty Corrigan looking to get something going and gets fouled. Tough shot there from Matty Corrigan, but he'll get to the line for two.
Yeah, that's a good move, like that spin move. Get to the line for Corrigan.
Yeah, I think Corrigan being more aggressive is important for this Wreckers team, as it's been a struggle for them offensively thus far, especially without Sam and Bowman. Will say it all night long. As Corrigan's first free throw goes, the Wreckers with a 3-point lead, and both teams making some changes. Drew Hill, the junior, is into the game for the Wreckers, and Joey Homicki for the Vikings, as well as Daquan Turner. Matty Corrigan's second free throw goes as well. So now a 4-point lead for the Wreckers. Mason Tobias back into the game, and as is Joel Morris for the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Sam and Charlie out. I think the half-court offense definitely changes. I think you're going to see guys be more aggressive, Adam early on, and Mason as well, and guys like Matty Corrigan.
No doubt about it, as Turner has it and gets it to Konate. Konate's three is long rebound there, and Tobias has it. Pushing it are the Wreckers. Out in the corner to Lohman. That three is long. The Vikings quickly the other way, and Konate has it now. Guarded by Jack Jacob. Here is Turner. Turner with a tough pull-up jumper. That's off back iron as the Wreckers get the rebound. 49 seconds left to go. Long pass inside to Tobias, and he just bullies his way for the layup.
Yeah, he finally gets those points up. Tobias, kind of a rough start, rough first quarter, but gets a shot up.
Daquan Turner here for the Vikings on the left wing, 30 seconds to go, but they have the shot clock, and here a wide open shot is passed up. 4 and a 3 there for the Vikings. Wide open shot passed up by Evans, and Turner hits the 3.
Yeah, it's a great shot. Put some edges away at this lead.
Yep, just chipping into this lead are the Vikings. Down 3, 8 seconds to go. Adam Udell slowing it down, looking to get the last shot. Adam Udell drives right, inside, reverse layup, right-handed, goes. Great shot there from Adam Udell, and a great move as he gets the bucket to go at the buzzer. The Wreckers will have a 5-point lead going into this second quarter.
Yeah, that's Udell being aggressive, showing off that athleticism. I mean, we've seen it. He's not just a playmaker. Obviously, passing is one of his greatest skills, but he's a great finisher. He's great at attacking at the rim.
Yeah, he can hit shots as well, as we just saw there. So, you know, the Wreckers struggled a little bit early, but got a little something going there in the second half of that first quarter. But the Vikings sticking around, just down 5 going into this second quarter. So what have you liked, what you've seen from the Wreckers and vice versa for the Vikings?
Yeah, I mean, for the Wreckers, I think you mentioned that second half of the first quarter, they started picking up. I like Adam attacking. I like getting Mason down low, and obviously Dylan Lohman for 3. He's been great so far. But for Westhill, I mean, usually you see the Wreckers kind of take over games early on, but the Vikings have stayed in it so far, only a 5-point game. So I think if you're Westhill, you want to continue, but you want to focus on. You want to contain Dylan Lohman, Mason Tobias. You want to contain those guys, get it out to maybe Higher and Jack Jacob. Give them the shots.
Yeah, we saw Dylan Lohman with his first 6 points for the Wreckers, but the Westhill team doing a good job containing him after those first 2 threes. And the Vikings defensively have done a great job. And then offensively, I like how they've been aggressive, and they've just been able to kind of stick around in this game. And here is Matty Corrigan. It's a 2 Adam Udell on the right wing, guarded closely by Zachary Evans. Adam Udell with the screen from Tobias, pull-up jumper. That's an air ball and out of bounds. Westhill basketball.
Yeah, it's the 3rd time we've seen that pull-up jumper. I mean, I like the shot. You got to keep going. Just unfortunate miss there.
Yeah, just couldn't get that one to go. Maybe slipped off the hand there. As Konate, that is out of bounds on the Wreckers. The refs conferring. One ref is pointing towards Westhill, and it will be Westhill basketball here. To inbound is Daquan Turner. The ref's actually chatting.
Yeah, I saw the record bench going all. Did not like that call.
I don't know. What did you see there? I missed a ref might have been in the way there.
I think it tipped off.
See it. Tobias?
No. It was between Adam and Westhill player. I think it looks like it tipped off the Westhill player. It was kind of unclear.
It's just a matter of who tipped it last. But they will give it to Westhill. Stick with the original call. As the inbounder, Turner gets it back. Turner drives inside. Pass down low to Evans. His layup is off the mark. A rebound by Jack Jacob. And that's a foul there on Zachary Evans. So the Wreckers will have possession here.
Yeah, you like to see that hustle from Jack Jacobs. Another key part. All these guys, they're willing to put their body at line. They're going to try and make those plays.
Austin Higher has it for the Wreckers, being guarded closely by Konate. Austin Higher drives left, looking for someone, and he finds Jack Jacob on the top of the key. Adam Udell being face guarded by Evans, and he finally gets it to him. Adam Udell inside, gets fouled by Evans. So it's clear what the Vikings are trying to do. They're trying to not let Adam Udell get the basketball.
Yeah, and for the Wreckers, I mean, they're going to do just that opposite. They're going to give it to Adam.
Yeah, they're just going to try to get it to him.
Yeah.
Even if the Vikings try to stop it or not. That's what they need to do, as he will inbound. Over the top to Mason Tobias. It's Matty Corrigan. Good jab step, drives left. Tough layup is off the mark. That rebound fought for. On the ground is Corrigan. Corrigan gets it past to Mason Tobias. His jumper is off. And that'll be out of bounds on the Wreckers, but great hustle there from Matty Corrigan.
Yeah, Tobias missing it kind of from point blank, but again, like, Corrigan's willing to put his body on the line. That second chance opportunities.
Unfortunate there for the Wreckers, but a great hustle play there from Matty Corrigan. As Daquan Turner has it, being guarded closely by Austin Heyer. Gets it to Konate. Konate, tough pull-up jumper. That rims out as it is tipped out of bounds by Mason Tobias. But a tough shot there from Konate.
Yeah, that was good defense from the Wreckers. Really forcing that. They're not going to give up anything easy.
Daquan Turner to inbound. Looking for someone, jumps over, wild, but gets it to Marcial. And down low, that layup goes up and in for Joel Morris.
I mean, second chance opportunities, getting that offensive reading on and putting it back up, that's a huge play for Westhill.
Matty Corrigan on the right wing. Let's do Jack Jacob on the left wing. And now Adam Udell. Switch on the screen. Bobbled there from Tobias, but gets it to Heyer. Now Jack Jacob. Inside to Heyer, that's tipped, but Heyer corrals it. And excuse me, that was Mason Tobias. That ball tipped once again, but an and one there for Mason Tobias. He wasn't quitting on that play.
Yeah, that just shows that hustle. I mean, Mason Tobias, a key player for the Staples team, especially with Sam out. He's going to get a lot of looks in. And one, that's a tough bucket.
That was a tough bucket. That bucket did not come easy. Joel Morris was holding his ground strong there down low, but Mason Tobias was determined to get that bucket, and he did. Looking two, and he cannot convert the three-point play. Good hustle there from Heyer, but the Vikings will get the rebound. Here's Turner. Turner, wild pass, that's tipped and stolen by Mason Tobias. Quickly up court to Matty Corrigan with a tough layup, airballs that, and fought for the rebound will go to the Vikings. The Vikings pushing once again. Here is Ismaili in the left corner, being guarded by Lohman. And now slowing it down, Marcial, wild shot, that won't go. Ismaili in the right corner, another second chance opportunity. Konate, a floater, that's short. Finally rebounded by the Wreckers, and that's tipped out of bounds by Morris.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened during that play. I mean, we're talking about getting the
wild
rebound.
possession.
Yeah. Wreckers finally got the defensive rebound, and I mean, this is hasn't been much scoring so far in this half. Only 2 points in 3 minutes.
Yeah, only 2 points for each team. Each team, yep. And it's 18-13 now, Wreckers with 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Here is Adam Udell working against Rojas. Udell with the pull-up jumper once again splashes it home. We've seen that about, I think, 4 times now, and Adam Udell has had some success with that shot. As here is Turner. It's to Ismaili on the right wing. Back to Turner, being guarded by Dylan Lohman closely. Good defense from Lohman as he tips it. Now almost at half court. And the wild layup, that won't go for Turner. Great defense there from Lohman.
Yeah, you saw the Wrecker crowd hiking him up. That's great defense from Dylan.
Quickly the other way is Corrigan. His pass inside is stolen there by Turner. And he looks to reach around and get that steal, but called for a reach-in foul is Corrigan.
Yeah, I think Corrigan was just mad about the play.
Yeah, frustration
earlier.
foul. You don't want to see those. Unnecessary there from Corrigan, but nonetheless, the Vikings will have the basketball here. Inbounding is Marcial. Marcial gets it to Stevenson. That ball is poked by Mason Tobias, but back to Konate. Being guarded by Jack Jacob. Here is Marcial. His three is short. That rebound fought for and will go out of bounds on the Vikings. So Wreckers basketball. I think for both teams here, just need to slow it down a little bit. Just take a breath. 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. The Wreckers 20, the Vikings 13.
Yeah, there's been a few rush shots. Both teams calm it down, give it to your guards and maybe try to run up a play. Take some time off the clock too.
Yeah, the Wreckers maybe trying to slow it down here, but not exactly what they're doing. As a travel called on Austin Heyer, he looked to drive inside, but slipped a little bit on his feet, and another turnover there for the Wreckers. Konate being guarded by Jack Jacob, gets it to Ismaili on the left wing. Guarded by Mason Tobias. Ismaili gets it to King. King with a tough fadeaway, and that is an air ball rebounded by Adam Udell. Adam Udell quickly the other way. spins around, wild shot and one for Adam Udell. Absolutely ridiculous shot, but he gets it to fall as he'll go to the line to try to convert this three-point play.
Yeah, he took it off from, the other side of the court. That was just get Adam Udell showing off his athleticism, attacking the rim, and what a take.
What a ridiculous shot, though, for the Wreckers, but clearly neither team really listening to us and slowing it down. Worked there for the Wreckers, but my oh my, this has been a fast-paced second quarter with just under 3.5 to go. 22-13 Staples. And this game, I don't want to speak too soon, but it might be looking like it's getting away from the Vikings a little bit. They need to find something offensively. They have just 2 points in 4.5 minutes here in the second quarter. So what does this Vikings team need to do to get something going offensively?
They got to start playing more team basketball, I think. A lot of rush shots in the second quarter. Kind of go back to how they were playing in the first quarter. Get down low, but I think they got to move the ball around, get all their players involved.
Yeah, a lot of ISO ball
yeah.
from this Vikings team. And the Wreckers, we know they're different. They play great team basketball. But even for them, I know I've said it 5 times already, but without 2 of your top guys, you're going to have to rely on guys like Adam, like Mason. And they've done a good job early, but struggled a little bit in this game. As Adam Udell is at the line here after the timeout to try to convert this three-point play. And he does. The Wreckers, with their largest lead of the game at 10 here, the Vikings will corral it. Kevin Rojas, it's a to Konate. Konate back to Rojas. And got 1-versus-1 here. And here is Stevenson. Stevenson drives left, the lefty layup, and he's fouled by Jack Jacob. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good aggressive take. I think, it's better shot than before. Better than those
it's been
rush
better than
threes,
those other ones, yeah. And he could easily be at the line to try to convert a three-point play here. Just couldn't get that layup to fall. As Stevenson's first is off back iron. So if you're the Vikings, you kind of need to hit your free throws here, especially down 10 right now. But Stevenson's first one didn't go.
Yeah, ideally they want more than, just get some points on the board. It's
exactly
been a, 4 or 5 minute dry streak.
And they do, finally. Stevenson's second falls. And now within 9 are the Vikings, 23-14 Wreckers. 3 minutes to go in this first half. Adam Udell gets it across the timeline. Screen from Jacob. And in the corner for Lohman that's an air ball. Long shot there from Lohman. And Westhill corrals it. Here's, Konate, King, and now Stevenson to Rojas. Now Konate. A foul called here. Jack Jacob off the ball. So the Vikings will retain possession. Drew Hill back into the game for the Wreckers. Drew Hill getting some more minutes without Sam here for the Wreckers, and he's done a pretty solid job.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen him in today's game. He's a hustle player.
He really is, yep. And here is Rojas on the logo. It's a screen from Konate. The switch for the Wreckers. Now Drew Hill on Rojas. Now here is King. Gets it to Stevenson. The drive left. Stevenson, wild play there. And he will charge there on the charge drawn by Mason Tobias. A great play there from Mason Tobias, putting his body on the line.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was trying to get the pass or was
that a layup. I don't know if that was a layup or a pass.
Someone tip it. I'm not really sure what happened. Yeah.
I think he was trying to pass it.
Yeah.
Just lay it off, but a little too late there. As Austin Heyer gets it across the timeline here too. Matty Corrigan. Lohman back to Heyer on the left wing. Gets it down low for Mason Tobias. Good pass there. Drew Hill in the corner. His 3 goes. Good shot there from Drew Hill, as the Wreckers now have a 12-point lead with 2 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, Drew Hill just coming off that bench hits that 3. That's great for him, great for the Staples team.
Another charge drawn there from the Wreckers. Wow, that was Turner. And the charge drawn by Austin Heyer. So a great sequence there for the Wreckers on offense and then defense.
Yeah, you're seeing these younger guys make huge impact plays. Austin Heyer, a sophomore, plays key minutes for this team as a key role.
And Drew Hill, a guy that hadn't seen very many minutes earlier in the season, but now making big plays for the Wreckers. That goes off Adam Udell's foot to Drew Hill, back to Adam Udell. Adam Udell inside for Tobias, back to Adam in the corner. Shot fake, back down low to Tobias, working on his melee. That pass is tipped by Turner, and tipped again out of bounds on Kevin King, so the Wreckers will retain possession with 11 on the shot clock. 1.5 to go in this first half.
Yeah, I like what the Wreckers were doing there, moving the ball around, try to find the open guy.
Here's Adam Udell dribbling around, gets it to Dylan Lohman. He double-teamed Adam Udell on the right wing, shot fake, jab step, and on the left wing is Dylan Lohman looking to get a shot there before the shot clock winded down, but his shot was off. Here is Rojas the other way, a crazy floater. That's an air ball there, as it will be the Wreckers' ball as it went out of bounds there. The Wreckers' ball here, 1:06 left to go in this first half. 26-14 still Wreckers.
Yeah, it seems Westhill really does not want to listen to us. Love those
Not at all.
Isolation rush shots.
Just rush shots here for the Vikings, and it has not paid off at all, as they just have 3 points in this second quarter. And that'll be an offensive foul, a push there on the Wreckers. I think they call it on, I believe, that was Lohman. Dylan Lohman with the off-ball foul, so a turnover there from the Wreckers. Maybe the Vikings will get a spark here with 47 seconds left to go. They're down 12. And here's Konate. Good defense here from the Wreckers. On the logo is King. Gets it to Turner. And that's tipped from Lohman. Lohman the other way, wide open layup. Goes for Dylan Lohman. Great play there from the Wreckers.
Great defense from Lohman, turning defense into offense.
Yeah, I mean, just a really good steal, and great job laying it up and in on the fast break, as it was an offensive foul called on the Vikings, so the Wreckers will get the ball back. Not sure who it was on, but nonetheless, another turnover there from the Vikings.
Yeah, and Staples is kind of pulling away at this lead, 14-point lead. Let's see if they can capitalize on this turnover.
Joey Homicki into the game for the Vikings. The inbound from Tobias gets it to Udell. 22 seconds left to go in this first half. The Wreckers can wind it all the way down and get the last shot. Here's Austin Heyer being guarded closely by Kevin King. Gets it to Matty Corrigan, back to Udell, slowing it down. 8 seconds left to go in this game. Adam Udell splits 2 defenders, drives inside, wild layup, falls for Adam Udell. Wow, and the clock will wind down, and that'll be the end of the first half. Up and under move from Adam Udell. I mean, we've seen that a few times tonight, but wow, what a move from Udell for the Wreckers to get those 2 points before the end of the half, and they will have a 16-point lead going into the second half.
Yeah, what a take from Adam Udell. I mean, we talk about it, his athleticism, and that's a great way to end that first half for Staples.
I mean, yeah, what a phenomenal way to end that first half, as they held the Vikings to just 3 points in that second quarter. Just not what the Vikings needed, and just a great end to that. Like we said in that first quarter, they ended the first quarter well, and they ended the second quarter well. So that seemed to be a theme for the Wreckers, and it's worked very well for them. We saw that shot from Drew Hill, Adam Udell getting to the rack, and we've seen that a few times tonight. Adam Udell being aggressive, it's paid off for the Wreckers, but I mean, it's been their backbone all year. It's their defense, and that has been what's working so well for them tonight. And they just held the Vikings to just 14 points in this first half.
Yeah, Staples kind of took over that second quarter. I mean, 14-3, outscoring them. We mentioned that, or that second quarter, sorry. That first quarter was close. We were talking about it. Westhill kind of stayed in the game. But then, I mean, those
you could
rush
sense it a
possessions.
little bit.
Yeah.
You could sense it from the Vikings. Those contested shots, all of those weren't going to go, and clearly we saw that in that second quarter. But we're going to stay on here, not send it to the studio. There's 7:40 left to go in for halftime, but we have a special guest, Matthew Stashour, WWPT's very own. He's called a few games this year, and we're going to get his thoughts on this game with this 30-14 lead from the Wreckers We're going to get his thoughts on this game from a fan standpoint. Matthew, what do you got for us?
Can you hear me?
No, you're going to have to take the headset.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, this really was a pretty dominant first half for the Rutgers in terms of, without Sam Klacko here tonight, without Charlie Bowman, really doing a good job. We saw them struggle in some of those other games without him, kind of not playing to their best. But I think Rutgers doing a really good job, especially defensively here tonight, holding Westhill to only 14 points in that first half. I think Dave Goldschall got to be very happy about that.
Yeah, you said, holding them only to 14 points. And this is, again, a Westhill team that we kind of mentioned under the radar, had some good wins, but I think Staples is doing what they do best, kind of pull away, and it starts, like you mentioned, with those defensive stops, creating turnovers, getting in transition, and then getting to their main guys. Yeah,
definitely. And I think on the Westhill point of view, I think Kylie got to figure out a way to get some more easy baskets there. Not a great shooting first half for them, so got to be what they're discussing in that locker room.
Yeah, I saw a lot of their shots from behind the arc were very rushed, smothered, not really any open looks. I think you kind of got to stick to what you were doing a little bit in the first quarter, the beginning of the game, how you were able to stay with the Wreckers. Because, offensively it's just been pretty poor. And then defensively, I think they gotta figure out a way to get Adam to pass the ball.
Yeah, a lot of Adam Udell, and this is kind of what you expect when Rutgers don't have Sam Klacko or Charlie Bowman. Definitely what you expect. We're switching headsets here.
We are switching headsets here. I have a question for you, Stash. So you've given some great analysis on this first half. Similar thoughts to us in terms of what this Westhill team needs to do and why they are down 16 points here. But I want to get your perspective from as a fan. So what is it like in this crowd? I know, it's break, of course. We don't have a student section at all for the Wreckers. It is February break, so you can't really get mad about that.
Yeah.
But Stash, I know it's gotten pretty loud a few times. When the Wreckers are making some good defensive stops, when Adam Udell is putting up these crazy layups. But what has it been like in the stands?
Well, it's a little lonely to begin. Not very many, not very much of a crowd here tonight. With it being February break. But definitely can hear the one thing I think you can hear with it not being much of a crowd that you probably don't hear as much at a normal Staples game is first of all how loud the bench is. I can kind of hear a lot of the signals they're calling out from the bench. A lot of things being yelled out. I can hear pretty well. So definitely some benefits to having the sparse crowd. Can kind of hear everything that's going on the court, almost like when you're here for the JV games and you hear that kind of stuff. So definitely interesting from that perspective.
Yeah, I actually never really looked at it from that perspective. But Sash, you bring up a great point with the bench. We know how how the Staples team runs, and their bench brings the energy for sure, and that's great to see. And that's one of the big reasons why they've had so much success is that they're all together. Even the guys on the bench are bringing the hype. They're bringing the noise. And just another thing is that you mentioned we hear those things without much of a student section. But I think this gives a great sense of this Westport community and these parents showing out. It's still loud even without any students here, and there's still a pretty solid crowd. We're looking back, there's a good amount of parents, good amount of just Wreckers supporters.
Oh yeah,
you really love to see that.
Yeah, and you see that kind of every game here at the Junkyard.
You get a greater appreciation now, though.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of fan supporters here. A lot of people, when we're calling games here, come up to us. It's definitely, a lot of towns where sports maybe isn't as big a deal, but here definitely people come out. Students can't put too much blame on them, but there are some games where you can blame
no
student
doubt.
section not coming out enough.
Stash, I'm telling you, there's no way that there shouldn't be any. I think there's.
I see two students. I see two. I see it was me, and then I see two right now.
And then I see like about around 7, I'd say. Stash, not everyone is on vacation.
I know. There's people here. People are here.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a few. There should be more, but especially with games in this whole season. It's been a bit disappointing.
And
the Rutgers crowd.
Wednesday, there's a big game against
huge.
Ridgefield.
But who will be making
on the road? Who will make the trip?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sanchez is actually calling that game, and that's a big game. That actually brings up the point here. Stash, essentially, we can talk a little bit about it. But the FCX standing. So this game is big in a way for FCX standings here. The Wreckers sitting at number 2, the Vikings at 8, and if they lose this game, they really don't have a chance. They'd need a lot to happen, including winning this game, to have a chance. It's the top 8 that qualifies. The Wreckers at number 2, 11-2 in FCX play, and Ridgefield at number 1 and undefeated, 13-0 in FCX play. So Sanchez, the Wreckers, in order to get that number 1 seed, thank you by the way, Stash. Love that analysis, and thank you for that, Matthew Stashour. But Sanchez, talking about the FCX standings here, like I said, Ridgefield undefeated, 13-0, Staples at 11-2, and Ridgefield is currently playing, in 4 minutes they're playing New Canaan. The Wreckers defeated by 10 earlier in the season. And if Ridgefield loses that game, then the game to finish off the regular season is the winner gets that number 1 seed.
Yeah, but so again, that's going to be crucial for the FCX. But I mean, if you think about it, the 1 and 2 are going to have to play each other in the end. So I don't think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I talked to Mason Tobias for the Wreckers, and he said, the seeding doesn't matter too much, but
for states,
yeah. right. It matters either, no matter what, for states. And the Wreckers right now at 5. So I mean, if they can get up as much as they can, or at least maintain that 5 spot, they're actually right in front of Ridgefield. So that game will be pretty big for states, especially if the Wreckers can get a home game. That's huge, because we saw last year having to play East Catholic on the road. That's just tough. Going far too. Some of these teams are very far. But right now, the top 5 in the state is Division I. Northwest Catholic at 1, Notre Dame West Haven, of course, with Abdou Toure at number 2, Notre Dame Prep at 3, WCA at 4, and then the Wreckers sitting in that 5 spot. So, I mean, right now, either way, this game matters for it. Ridgefield's game matters for state standings as well. So, for the Wreckers, I mean, going into this FCAC tournament, of course, we know they're going to compete in the FCAC, but let's look even farther into states. The Wreckers, how do you think they're going to do competing for states?
Yeah, I mean, this is being top 5 for a public school. I mean, you mentioned all these schools.
Impressive.
All these other schools are, they recruit people, they're private, but this is very impressive for this team. And I think they can be very competitive. Obviously, it's tough to beat guys like Abdou Toure, the number 1 guy in Connecticut, but
they'll compete.
Yeah, they'll definitely compete. Yeah.
All right, now we are getting this second half started. As for the Vikings, having the ball quickly stolen by Adam Udell, going the other way, and he picks up right where he left off, laying that up and in for the Wreckers right away.
Yeah, within 3 seconds, we already seen Adam Udell steal to a layup. That's great effort on both sides.
Ismaili drives inside, and a blocking foul called on Dylan Lohman. He doesn't like the call, but Ismaili will get to the line for the Vikings. But man, oh man, I mean, excuse that was our station ID, but man, oh man, Adam Udell, I mean, just picking up right where he left off with the steal. He's been on one tonight, as Ismaili gets the first one to go. And it's 32-15 Wreckers now, just getting started into this second half.
Yeah, Adam Udell really kind of taking over this game, and for Westhill, you want to capitalize on both those free throws, but game's not over. They could still, they play defense. They start playing more team basketball. They can very well get back in this game.
And we'll see what the Vikings can do now. Still somewhat in this game, down 17, as Ismaili's second free throw was short, and the Wreckers will have the basketball now. Some changes being made for the Vikings as Dalton Oleknowicz into the game. And here is Austin Heyer bringing it up for the Wreckers. Gets across the timeline, screen from Adam Udell. Austin Heyer on the left wing, and gets down low from Corrigan is Mason Tobias out on the right corner. And back to Mason Tobias, working against And he draws the foul on Oleknowicz for the Vikings, as he will go to the line now. Mason Tobias for 2 free throws.
Yeah, and beside Adam Udell, obviously you have Mason Tobias, another key player. A lot of his game attacking down low, and he gets to the line a lot, especially with that, backing them up, that spin move, and that's a good take from Mason.
And his first free throw is good, but yeah, like you said, I mean, the Wreckers have been looking to get the ball down low in the paint for Tobias, and he's done a good job working that paint. As his second free throw short, but gets tipped back out to him, and the Wreckers will have possession on the second chance here.
Yeah, that's a good second chance opportunity for Staples.
Here is Austin Heyer working on Oleknowicz. Gets to Dylan Lohman. His 3 from the right wing is rims out. That rebound for Rojas. He corrals it, gets it across half court. Being guarded by Austin Heyer. Rojas looking to get a play here for the Vikings, as here's Konate. Konate gets it to Marcial. Marcial's 3 is off back iron. Out to Konate for the rebound. And Konate gets Adam Udell off his feet. The pull-up jumper, long 2, is good for Konate.
Yeah, finally a shot falls for Westhill. That's a good pump fake, good shot. Give them some momentum.
Here is Mason Tobias on the right wing. Austin Heyer has it now, getting guarded by Konate. Here is Matty Corrigan, back to Adam Udell. Adam Udell gets it to Mason Tobias on the right wing. Mason Tobias drives inside, being double teamed. Good pass there to Austin Heyer. Wide open from the left wing. That 3 rims out for Matty Corrigan. The rebound goes to Austin Heyer, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, what a take from Austin Heyer. That's a smaller guy getting that rebound and putting it up.
Here's Konate, drives right, and the lefty layup is short. Rebound for the Wreckers. Udell gets it quickly to Lohman. Lohman's 3 is off the side of the rim, but the rebound once again goes right to Austin Heyer.
Yeah, Lohman's been a little off ever since those first 2 threes, but we'll see if he can get back into rhythm.
Here's Matty Corrigan, gets it to Adam Udell. Adam Udell does a shot fake, working on Ross. Drives right, draws the foul, count it, plus the foul. Adam Udell does it again.
Another and 1 take from Adam Udell. That might be the 3rd of the game.
I mean, he's really been on one tonight. He must have, I want to say, maybe even half of the Wreckers' points thus far in this game, just off these crazy drives, slashing and hitting those mid-range jumpers as he looks to convert this 3-point play. That's off back rim, but a good rebound there from Tobias. Gets the player off his feet. That's Turner, and draws another foul. These second chance opportunities for the Wreckers, they've been taking advantage of them.
Yeah, the Wreckers are kind of dominating on the boards, and like you mentioned, that's a chance for a 4-point play. I mean, that's great hustle from Mason Tobias, and for Adam Udell. I mean, without Klacko, you mentioned it, he's really just taken over this game.
Yeah, the Westhill Vikings cannot be letting the Wreckers have these second chance opportunities if they want to come back in this game, as Mason Tobias can't convert on this first free throw. That rims out. And here's Morris back into the game for Ismaili. 37-17 Wreckers, 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's an interesting sub, taking out Ismaili. He's your biggest guy. I would think you want some size, but maybe they're trying something new.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it from Morris. Morris is a bigger guy, thicker guy, so maybe trying to get him down low to, defend Mason Tobias better than Ismaili. He's a thinner guy. As the foul called on the Wreckers on the court. That is Dylan Lohman, as Westhill will retain possession here. 38-17 Wreckers, 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Here's Konate working on Tobias. Down low, that's Morris. Morris's shot is wild. That's off the mark, and the rebound goes to Mason Tobias. Quickly the other way is Corrigan. In the left corner is Dylan Lohman. Dylan Lohman's shot is wild off Heyer's hand. Here's Adam Udell, the spin move, being trapped, doesn't know where to go. And here's Lohman's 3 is short. Once again, Lohman, another miss from downtown.
Yeah, I mean, Lohman, we mentioned kind of a streaky shooter. Got kind of cold after that first quarter.
He's gotten very cold. Hit his first 2 and has missed his last few. And here is Turner working against Lohman. Turner with the screen from Morris. Turner gets it to Konate. Konate looking for something here, working against Higher. Good defense, though, from the Wreckers. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Rojas. Rojas with the lefty layup. That falls for Rojas.
Yeah, that's a good take from Rojas. Like to see him be more aggressive for the rest of this game.
He's hit that shot a couple times, and like you said, maybe they need him to be more aggressive. Wide open from the right corner is Higher. His three short. It looked like the Vikings just forgot about him there, but they got lucky. As here is Rojas. Now Marcial. Marcial, a tough shot, but gets it to go off the glass, working against Corrigan.
Yeah, and things are finally starting to go for Westhill. That's 2 consecutive buckets in a row. They're going to have to keep attacking, but it's going to start with getting some stops first.
No doubt about it, as they've cut the lead to 17 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. The Wreckers up 38-21. Wreckers slowing it down, 15 on the shot clock. Adam Udell with the lob to Matty Corrigan, and Corrigan's wide open layup falls short, but a good play there from the Wreckers. It's an unfortunate break as Drew Hill and Jack Jacob will check into the game. It'll be change the call to Staples basketball as Adam Udell will inbound.
Yeah, not really sure what happened there.
Not
it
quite
seems like
sure.
Corrigan missed the layup, but
Must have went out on the Vikings as once again Matty Corrigan draws the foul on Joel Morris, and he'll get to the line once again for 2.
yeah, Tobias will have a chance to get 2 more and kind of give Staples this, could be what? They're already in double digits, but just pull away at this lead.
Yeah, now up 18 points. They could get it to 19 here as Mason Tobias' first free throw fell, and his second one splashes home as it will be a timeout here from Coach Goldshore. Now the Wreckers up 40-21 here with 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of like that second quarter. Staples just getting those second chance opportunities, getting to the line a lot. And I mean, for Westhill, again, it just, we saw a couple sparks those last few plays, but it does not really seem like they're playing team basketball. Even when they are scoring, it's really just ISO takes. And we saw, I mean, in that Danbury game, you called that. It was also ISO takes. Doesn't really work well
Way
against
too
the
many.
Wreckers.
Didn't work well at all for the Hatters either. But like, I mean, yeah, the Vikings have gotten more shots to fall here in this third quarter, at least compared to that second quarter. But it doesn't matter if you're going to give up all these second chance opportunities for the Wreckers. And the Wreckers could have even taken more advantage. They've missed a few free throws here. So if you're the Vikings and you want to come back in this game, you can't allow these second chance opportunities to happen for the Wreckers, because you know a great team like Staples will take advantage of those.
Yeah, and again, they're gonna have to get those rebounds, but it's not really looking too well. Mason's kind of capitalizing on the boards. Corrigan, Jack Jacobs, they're all getting offensive and defensive rebounds.
And we will get back going here. Drew Hill in the game for the Wreckers. Drew Hill, Adam Udell, Matty Corrigan, Jack Jacob, and Matty Corrigan for the Wreckers. And inbounding is Turner, gets it to Rojas. Closer press here from the Wreckers as Rojas gets it across the timeline. Now Ismaili in the game for the Vikings. Back to Rojas. It's a screen from Ismaili. Now Ismaili working on Tobias. Now another screen, and now working on Jacob. Here is Turner on the left wing being guarded by Drew Hill. Turner drives left. Turner with the shot. That doesn't go. And now the rebound fought for out to Rojas. Rojas gets it, and that shot is off the side of the rim. And a jump ball called here. The possession arrow will go to the Vikings. The Wreckers. But good defensive stand there from Staples.
Yeah, it's another great stop for Staples. See if they can capitalize on that.
And Mason Tobias for 3. That's long. Here, Rojas with the rebound quickly down court to Ismaili, but bobbles it out of bounds. So another turnover there from the Vikings.
Yeah, that's a point you wish you had back. You would want to score that if you're Westhill. That gives you some momentum, but kind of sloppy play.
Yeah, that sloppy play cannot happen if you're the Vikings, as that ball tipped out of bounds. Will stay with the Wreckers. Still a 19-point lead here for Staples. 2:14 as Adam Udell gets the ball poked away, but gets it back, working on Rojas. Adam Udell to Mason Tobias on the right wing. Inside for Matty Corrigan. Matty Corrigan can't get the shot to go, as a push called there on the Wreckers. That was Mason Tobias, but the Vikings will have the basketball.
Second foul charge to Mason.
Yeah, and again, Westhill, 19 points. Do you think they can do it?
It's going to be tough. They're going to have a lot of stops and get some quick buckets, but it's possible. They got a chance here, but it'll be difficult. And down low is Ismaili, working against Jacob. Good move there. Good footwork there from Ismaili as he lays it up and in. So now cuts it down to 17, and a minute and a half left to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've seen Ismaili get down low. I mean, he's a big guy. He's with 6'5", 6'6". I think they should maybe try that.
Yeah, they should maybe try that if nothing else is working. But here's Adam Udell, the screen from Drew Hill. Adam Udell, no look pass there in the left corner. Here's Jacob. Matty Corrigan on the left wing, 15 on the shot clock. That ball poked away by Turner, and the Wreckers will retain possession here.
Yeah, you're starting to see Westhill be a bit more aggressive, start poking the ball out, force the Wreckers into uncomfortable situations.
Yeah, Zakari Evans back into the game. Same with Dylan Lohman and Austin Heyer for the Wreckers. Drew Hill remains in the game. So smaller lineup here for the Wreckers. They got 3 guards in the game right now. Austin Heyer has it. Adam Udell being guarded closely by Daquan Turner. Screen from Tobias. Adam Udell, the 3-point jumper is short. Air ball there. He needed to get a shot off with the shot clock winding down. Now the Westhill Vikings will have the ball.
Yeah, that's another good stop from Westhill. I mean, it was kind of it's like a pull-up 3-point shot. Not the best shot, but it's good defense from Westhill to force that.
No doubt about it, as here is Konate. Gets it to, that's Turner. And inside, a foul there called against the Wreckers. That was Turner with the floater, and he'll get to the line for 2.
Yeah, and again, Westhill, another opportunity to score. These free throws are kind of crucial for the Vikings. They want to hit both. That's
Mason Tobias' 3rd foul. As, like you said, Senchit, they converted on that first one. That's Turner. Hits the first free throw. It is a 16-point game now for the Vikings. 45 seconds to go in this third quarter. Second free throw, rims out. Rebound there for Dylan Lohman. Austin Heyer has it now for the Wreckers, being guarded by Konate. 25 on the shot clock, 33 seconds to go in this game. The Wreckers will have to get a shot off before the clock winds down as Adam Udell drives inside. Now a spin move from Tobias, and they'll call a foul on the floor by Joel Morris. He does not like the call.
Yeah, I mean, that was, what are they going to call it? Yeah, that's.
Yeah, now the Wreckers in the bonus. Catch it. So Tobias at the line for 2.
Yeah, Tobias again at the line. That's probably the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him today. He hits both. That's not good for the Vikings. You do not want to foul there, and especially now being in the bonus, they're going to have to be extra careful.
Tobias' first free throw is perfect. As into the game, some new players here for the Vikings. It is Juan Rangel for the Vikings, as well as number 10, Omar Martinez. Here is Tobias' second free throw, falls as well. Matty Corrigan in the game for Tobias. 25 seconds to go in this third quarter. Can the Westhill Vikings convert and maybe get a spark for them going into this fourth quarter? We'll see right now as Justin Marcial has it being guarded by Jack Jacob. Here is Konate, drives left, pull-up jumper off glass, doesn't fall, as the Wreckers can get a shot off here with 6 seconds to go. Adam Udell drives left. Adam Udell out to Drew Hill in the corner. His shot is long, as that will take us to the end of the third quarter here. Sanchez, the Wreckers up 18 points, 42-24 going into this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it goes back. That second quarter was really brutal for Westhill. They really let Staples pull away from them, and now it's going to be tough for the Vikings. And for the Wreckers, I mean, you like, again, those rebounds they're getting, especially on the offensive side, getting those second chance points, getting to the line a lot more, especially in that third quarter. You saw Adam and Mason getting a lot of looks at the line. So, I mean, they're playing really good basketball, and it's starting to look less likely for the Vikings to come back.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough feat for the Vikings to come back in this game. But, you know, despite being down 18 points here, I like the fight from the Vikings. You know, they're trying to get something going offensively, and they've been tougher on defense. But like you said, they really put themselves in a big hole in that second quarter, just scoring 3 points, and it's just going to be tough for them to come back here. But you just can't let those second chance opportunities happen for the Vikings. The Wreckers are taking advantage of them, specifically Mason Tobias, and Adam Udell had a pretty solid third quarter as well. So it's going to be tough for the Vikings, but we're not saying they can't do it, as we are just about to get started in this fourth quarter. Justin Marcille to inbound for the Vikings. Look right at us. But he'll get it in to Kevin Rojas, being guarded by Austin Heyer. Here is Rangel. Now to, that is Marcille, as he'll get the layup to go plus the foul. So he'll go to the line to try to convert a three-point play here for the Vikings.
Yeah, that was a good aggressive take. I mean, you have not really seen that from the Vikings, but yeah, and it seems like, you know, when they score, like we saw early on, it was that take from Rojas. I think maybe attacking, because I don't think they're a shooting team, really. We have not seen many three-pointers fall.
No, we haven't at all. They seem to be more of an aggressive team, trying to, you know, get inside and drive, as he does convert that three-point play. That's Marcille, as the Vikings will now have a full court press here. Matty Corrigan to inbound for the Wreckers, gets it to Adam Udell. Pressed by Rojas. Adam Udell gets across the timeline, and that pass is wide for for Matty Corrigan. Go out of bounds. Turnover for the Wreckers. Yeah,
you love to see the hustle from Westhill. Like you mentioned, the fight. They're still in this game, and they're acting like it. They're playing like it.
They are. They're not quitting. Here's Rojas. It's to Marcille. Marcille shot fake, drives inside. That layup is short and tipped. And a saved by Marcille, but the Wreckers will corral possession. Quickly the other way is Austin Heyer in the corner, and Lohman's three wide open falls for the Wreckers. So finally, Lohman gets one to go.
Yeah, there it goes. Dylan Lohman in the corner. Loves to shoot from that spot.
There's Rojas. His jumper's short. The Wreckers with the rebound. Now up 45-27, just over a minute left into this fourth quarter. Here is good ball movement with the Wreckers, but Austin Heyer's wide open three is off back iron. So Westhill will have it now. That is Turner. Westhill looking to get some buckets quickly here. Turner, good defense here from Matty Corrigan. As that pass is stolen by Austin Heyer. Easy layup in transition for the Wreckers.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Wreckers' bread and butter, those transition steal and then finding that open layup. That gives them a lot of momentum.
No doubt about it. They do it once again, as here's Marcille. Gets it to Rojas, the captain for this Vikings team. Back to Marcille, drives right, into traffic, up and under, and the layup is off the mark. Tough shot there from Marcille.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Unfortunate, it did not fall.
They're just forcing shots, but they need to. They need some buckets quick. Now down 20. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this game. Matty Corrigan. Inside, that's stolen by Rangel. Back the other way is Rojas. His layup falls. Rojas crashed into the wall, and he looks to be in some pain.
Yeah, Matty Corrigan was right behind him. He's a lot bigger guy, so I think he kind of had to go full speed at that layup and then hit his head, it looked like.
Yeah, he looks to be holding his face. He looks to be in a lot of pain here. being tended to now. We hope he is all right. And good play there from the Vikings, but unfortunate as he just, crashed into the wall and is now down in some pain. But a good play nonetheless for the Vikings with the steal by Rangel, and getting in transition was Rojas.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned they're gonna have to pick up the pace, and I think for this Vikings team, it's gonna have to be again attacking the rim, but also maybe try getting some open looks from three, because they are down 18 points in under 6 minutes. That's tough to get that. Rojas is starting to get up.
Looked like he was starting to get up, yeah, but they got him up right now. And he's being tended to. Looks like maybe his arm/shoulder. Might have hit his shoulder into the wall there, but we hope he's all right. Like you said, I mean, the Vikings, yeah, of course, they need to get a lot of shots quickly, as now Rojas is helped up and on his feet. A big ovation for him, and as he is helped to the sideline. Love to see that. Hope he's all right for the Vikings. But now the Vikings down 18. We will resume play here, and it is Rutgers basketball. Maddie Corrigan to inbound. Maddie Corrigan for the Rutgers, looking to get it in as this full court press from the Vikings. Gets it to Adam Udell, and then guarded by Turner. Adam Udell gets it across the timeline. Bounce pass to Jack Jacob on the left wing. Inside, good cut there from Adam Udell. The lefty layup goes.
Yeah, and that's Adam Udell finding the rim yet again. How many times have we said that today?
Too many to count. As here is Stevenson on the right wing. Stevenson drives, pulls back, gets it back to Turner. Screen from Ismaili. Turner drives left. Turner gets it inside to Morris. Morris gets the layup to fall. Timeout, Westhill, as they're now down 18 points with just under 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, but 2 straight buckets for the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're gonna have they picked up the pace. I'm wondering, is that pace gonna be enough? Because still defensively, they really have not been able to get stops. And I think if you're the Rutgers, you want to slow the ball down when you're on offense, take as much time off the clock as you can. But I do like the hustle. I like the press from the Vikings. They do not give up. They're a gritty team.
Yeah, that's the question here for the Vikings. Is that going to be enough, right? We love to see it. They're not quitting in this game. And they're going to fight till the end no matter what. But it might just be a little bit too little, too late. And they're still down 18 points, right? They've been down 18 a lot this game. But you love to see it from the Vikings. You love to see the fight. Never quitting in this game. The Rutgers, you just need to play clean basketball and finish this game out here well with just under 5 minutes to go in this game. Gold Shore will be happy with this game if the Rutgers finish it out the way they should. Here is Mason Tobias, gets it to Austin Hires. He gets past half court. Here the Rutgers, 23 on the shot clock. He's just going to look to wind as much clock as they can. Here is Austin Hire once again. Mason Tobias on the right wing, close to half court. Here is Maddie Corrigan, drives right, inside to Mason Tobias. His hook shot is off the mark, as here is Konate going the other way. And Ismaili, good pass there from Konate. Ismaili lays it up and in.
Yeah, good take from Ismaili. Now you want to see Westhill try to force a turnover quickly.
That's exactly what they need to do, as the Rutgers do a good job of breaking the press. As here's Austin Hire. Adam Udell shot fake. And guarded closely by Ismaili. Here is Austin Hire. Back to Mason Tobias. Now Adam Udell. Adam Udell drives right. Now on Morris. Adam Udell, the pass to the left wing on is Corrigan. Corrigan spins inside. Corrigan's layup falls. Great move there from Maddie Corrigan.
Yeah, what a move from Corrigan. I mean, that was a tough, that was good defense too, just a better offensive move and shot.
No doubt about it. As quickly the other way is Konate as he draws the foul. And he'll go to the line here with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this game. I think it's safe to say the Wreckers have this one in the bag. Up 18 points here, 51-33 is Konate at the line. His first free throw falls. As into the game is Ben Kukier for the Wreckers. The senior checks in for Matty Corrigan. Love to see him get into the game. Hasn't gotten too many minutes this year. We play at the Y with him sometimes. He's a good player.
We did this weekend.
Yep.
And I think, I mean, Goldshore, getting Kukier some minutes in. This is the time to, and let's see if he could show us something.
Yep. And here is Konate. Goldshore, the call, Michigan. Good shot fake there from Dylan Lohman. The pull-up jumper wide open, splashes home.
Yeah, that was nothing but net there. I mean, that was, what a shot from Lohman.
Here's Konate. Konate gets it out to Stevenson. And guarded closely by Adam Udell. Back to Konate. Konate stops his feet. Good cut there, backdoor cut, but a bad shot there from Stevenson. The layup was airballed. Now Adam Udell's fouled by Ismaili. That's just their first of the quarter. So the Wreckers will just retain possession here in the backcourt.
Yeah, and now Goldshore is really getting those bench guys involved. Jared Sale. We see Drew Hill coming in again, third or fourth time this game.
Yep, now Jared Sale and Drew Hill will be running the show here. The two guards for the Wreckers in the game now. Drew Hill needs to get it past half court, and he does to Kukier on the left corner, and the shot goes. Three-pointer for Dylan Lohman.
Yeah, Dylan Lohman again. I mean, he just, what a streaky guy.
He's a very streaky guy. And he's hit his last two shots. And here's Konate. Inside is Marcial. Marcial gets fouled. And that was on the floor before the shot. So Vikings just retaining possession as Henry Vasid into the game for the Wreckers, as well as the freshman, as well as Jack Jacob once again. Here's Stevenson. Stevenson drives inside. His layup is short. Rebound by Drew Hill. Drew Hill being trapped. Gets it to Jared Sale. They got to get past half court, and they do. Henry Vasid here now. Trapped. Gets it back to Jared Sale. He's called him Derek Sale, his brother. Here's Drew Hill, trapped once again, in the foul there on Daquan Turner.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this kind of shows how much depth the Wreckers have. They got a lot of young guys still. Not too many seniors. Yeah.
Future, yeah. Just 3 seniors on this team. And, you know, I think it's safe to say the Wreckers will be good in years to come. But they got plans for this year. As here is Henry Vasid. In the corner is Jack Jacob. Now Ben Kukier. Kukier dribbling around. Kukier looking for someone. That pass tipped, but corralled by Jack Jacob. In the corner, Sales. Three is short. Good hustle there from Drew Hill as he gets pushed out of bounds. And the Wreckers will retain possession, but Drew Hill sprinting to the other side of the court to keep the Wreckers the ball.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Drew Hill, that is Mr. Hustle, I think, on this team. He's really, yeah.
He's the epitome of Staples basketball, he really is. Here is Sale. In the corner, Jack Jacob drives inside. Pass inside is tipped around, goes back to Jacob. Here is Drew Hill, drives right. Drew Hill in traffic, gets fouled there by Homicki. So he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Drew Hill, I mean, again, he has not played too many minutes this season for the Wreckers, but he's definitely had an impact, especially this game. Yeah,
he seemed comfortable on the court, and he definitely had an impact on this game, as unfortunately his first free throw rims out. But he's another guy for next year that is looking good for the Wreckers, as here Westhill emptying their bench. Into the game is Gavin Daniel for the Vikings. And is Joey Homicki. And here is Drew Hill's second free throw falls. It's now the Wreckers up 22 here. 57-35 with a minute and 37 seconds to go. As for the Wreckers, it is James Moneyhunt into the game. Just got his varsity jersey. So love to see that for the Wreckers. Getting some younger guys into the game. It's a freshman. As here for the Vikings, the shot is long there from Rangel. That'll go out of bounds on the Vikings. The Wreckers will take possession. A minute and 17 to go here. Gavin Meyer also into the game, the junior. So the Wreckers really emptying the bench.
Yeah, and this is important for Staples, getting these guys some varsity time, varsity experience, get them more comfortable.
No doubt about it, especially with years to come. As Gavin Meyer dribbles it off his foot. That'll be a backcourt violation on the Wreckers. So Westhill will have the ball now. Right in front of us is Juan Rangel. Rangel inbounds it to Stevenson, working against Meyer. Stevenson passes wild, goes out of bounds. So a turnover there from the Vikings. Exactly a minute to go in this game as the Wreckers up 57-35. James Moneyhunt handling the ball for the Wreckers. Gets it to Kukier. Oh, and now Graham Griffin is also in the game. Missed that. The big 6'7" junior for the Wreckers. He hasn't seen much time. And a good pass there from James Moneyhunt inside for Kukier for the easy layup.
Yeah, I love to see that Kukier getting that easy layup, those 2 points for Staples.
And a great play there from Moneyhunt in his first game as a Wrecker, getting his varsity jersey just a few days ago and already making an impact here for this Wreckers team.
Yeah, the sophomore. I mean,
this furthers the future of this program.
Yeah, and this is really important. I mean, these guys, whoever, Moneyhunt could be a key guy. He's gonna. This is a good way to start the game, start his varsity career by getting in these games, getting in these minutes, and being able to play with this varsity talent.
Stevenson goes 1 for 2 from the line, but there's no doubt about it here as the Wreckers can just dribble it out. James Moneyhunt, and here is Graham Griffin. Graham Griffin in the game is, I believe this might be his first varsity minutes, maybe his second game he's appeared in. So love to see that as well. As here's Moneyhunt, we'll just dribble it out here. 5 seconds to go here. The Wreckers will have a 23-point victory here at home. Their last home game of the regular season. A good win there from the Wreckers, a solid performance all around as they win this game 59-36 over the Westhill Vikings.
Yeah,